Welcome to Live at the Blue Box, everybody. It is now time for This Week in Geek.
All right.
It is July 25th. I have notes. July 25th, 2015. What?
Is it just you and I?
Just you and I. No, it's not just you and I. We got special guests with us tonight who may or may not come up immediately if they're eating. Rich, Rage, you guys want to come up here?
Reluctantly.
Or not? Okay.
Reluctantly said.
Eventually they'll get up here. They're from Tango Comics, and we will not pimp it again if they don't get up here. All right.
Yes, we will. Don't lie.
So let's introduce ourselves. You
Sure.
are?
My name's Chris Mao, and I am owner of Blue Box Cafe and co-host of This Week in Geek.
And I am Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group. You can't see it back here, but it's there. And I'm on a lot of podcasts. A lot. Oh, Rage has decided to join us.
We do. We have a guest.
And you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Rage.
Hi, Rage.
Why so angry?
With a name like Rage, I don't need an
Yeah, that's true. You're like Madonna.
Yeah, there we go.
And speaking of Madonna, here's Cher, too. And you are?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm Rich Perez. I'm also with Tango Comics. I'm the writer and co-founder.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
And guys, don't be afraid to get onto your mic because it's not going to pick you up great if you're too far back. All right? And you're on camera and everything, so.
Yeah, we have cheap mics. So
Yeah,
I
that's
apologize.
right. So, all right. You guys saw this show last week for the first time.
Yes.
So you know what you're in for. Chris, you got one up front, or do you want me to jump in?
Go ahead. You're in.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of go in order. I usually have an iPad up here, and I'm usually skimming through. I don't have anything. I'm old-fashioned. I've got paper. I was going to do it on a shovel with coal, but
What's the date? Did you do the date already?
I did. It's
Did you?
July
Okay.
25th. I always get that wrong. I'm going to start with one that I just have to. Anyone an X-Files fan out here? All right. You know they're relaunching X-Files. They're doing like a 6-episode, right? Okay?
Yeah.
They announced this week. There have been all sorts of announcements, coming out. They're doing some filming. Lauren Ambrose is going to be on the show.
Oh, nice.
So they've hit their maximum of redheads now. And then some guy, I don't know. Here's the important thing that came up. I don't know who it is. The Lone Gunmen are going to be on it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
What the heck?
Yeah.
They were killed on the show. They blew them up in a boat. How
It's
is this
X-Files.
possible?
Well, it's the X-Files, right? I mean, whoa. Anything can happen. It's a supernatural, all that fun stuff, right?
Well, I doubt it's supernatural. I
Yeah,
think what we're going to find
suspend
out
the
is
magic.
it was a conspiracy. Their
Yeah,
deaths
I'm
were
sure.
faked, and they've been at a government facility, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or they were on General Hospital. One of the two.
It could be. And you know what? I'm acting like I'm upset by it. I'm not upset at all. I love the Lone Gunmen. Bring them back. Anybody like the Lone Gunmen?
Yeah.
One. All right.
Life model decoys.
We'll see.
Well, I thought that was good news. Are you guys excited about that, or do you care?
I think it's great. I mean, bring the more the merrier. Bring it all back. So.
Yeah, man. How about you guys? Are you X-Files fans?
Casual. I've seen the whole series,
Casual.
but
Okay.
Yeah,
That's more than
I
I know
casually
the Lone
watched the
Gunmen.
whole series.
I like
Yeah.
the show. The movie threw me off. That was the only thing.
Which movie? The second one or the first one?
The second one. I was just like,
Second one threw you off. You a Billy Connolly hater?
Yeah, kind of.
You're the one. I love Billy Connolly.
I
okay.
like the ones with Darren McGavin.
No kidding. And he was the Night Stalker, which is awesome.
That was a nice tribute.
Yeah, and they tried to relaunch the Night Stalker, and it was guys from the X-Files, writers from the X-Files that tried to relaunch it, and it didn't work. And that's just a heartbreaker.
Well,
I
they
love the
tried a
Night Stalker.
CW style cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
And
thank you.
Kolchak is not
Yeah,
no.
everybody's beautiful.
Not a CW show.
No. Kolchak is.
No.
He's rumpled. He's frumpy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Jeremy
not
Gavin's
Stuart
dead,
Townsend,
isn't he?
man. Yeah. Actually, he is.
Check
Your
the-
mom doesn't have to
My
look it up.
mom's
this
not
time.
here to look it up for
IMDb
us.
that.
On the
I think he's
interwebs,
dead.
so-
Martha, he's dead, right? Darren McGavin? Yeah, I think he is. Okay.
If not, we
I got
broke it
really
in.
good news.
Okay, go with
Aside
your
from
good
that
news.
one, Michael Chiklis has been signed for season 2 of Gotham. He's going to play a cop on Gotham. That is a step in the right direction. They're calling this season The Rise of the Villains. So we should see a lot of... Batman's like 10 on the show. These villains, by the time he's ready to fight them, they're going to be in like walkers. And,
Yeah.
But no, look at the Penguin. They were older.
They were older, but a lot of these
Slightly,
guys...
yeah.
Darren McGavin dead.
30-second delay, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
How
just
about Abe
saying.
Vigoda, still alive?
Well, now we got to confirm.
Abe Vigoda watch.
2006.
Vigoda?
Well, just so you know, on the
new?
show,
No.
the running joke is Abe
No.
Vigoda alive or not? So
Yeah, right.
He is alive.
He is alive. And you know what? This just in, 2006, he died.
Yes,
This just in.
Oh, I thought you said
We got a 30-year delay.
we do. You know, and they, like you brought up Gotham. The
Yeah.
little teasers they have for it look
Yeah.
great. The whole thing where they're going down into the Batcave looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I like
Now,
the
is-
direction of that.
I haven't seen the teasers. Is Batman older? Did they skip time, or is it still
Maybe a year or two. He's young.
It's
Have
still
you
the
guys seen
kid.
it? I don't know. Sorry.
No, I haven't seen it. I tried to watch it, but things were just too convenient with everyone knowing each other.
Yeah.
Ahead of time, it was difficult for me to.
Sure.
The revisionist history kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
some of it
Yes.
got really cool. Some of it got cool, but I mean, we enjoyed the show.
Yes.
We talked about it a lot, but I get that. Like, you watch it and you're like, it's not really like, how is that? Like, they all know Poison Ivy, and she's a little girl, and like
Right.
Catwoman and Bruce know each other as kids.
It's like they were
kinda-
all in the same classroom
Yeah.
in
Although
school
I
in
did
Gotham.
like some of the things they laid in there, like the one kid that is Hush is Bruce's friend at school. I thought that was pretty
And that
cool.
was accurate, right?
Yeah, that was cool. They never said it's Hush or anything, so that's a good lay in there.
Did that
It is, yeah.
interweaving begin with Tim Burton's Batman, where the Joker killed Bruce Wayne's father in that movie? And is that why, ever since that movie, they've done that?
No, I mean that there have been so many different versions of that with the Joe Chill thing and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going with this.
Well, I mean, even in the Daredevil movie, they had the Kingpin kill Daredevil's father in that movie, and
Spoiler. No, I'm kidding.
anyone that was going to see
Affleck
that
one,
movie
yeah.
already saw.
That's true.
The Affleck movie. Yeah.
No, they do. You know what I think? I think they try to, especially in this day and age of film, they're trying to make it make sense and give it a reason instead of it just happening. I think they make that conscious effort to tie in the villain to have harmed the superhero
And
in some way, shape, or
on
form.
Gotham, they haven't said who killed his parents. They're still searching it.
Right.
And that the guy that we assume is the Joker, they haven't said is the Joker yet either.
Okay.
But
Even though he's the Joker.
he's the Joker.
Come
That's
on,
it.
man.
No kidding.
That would be weak if he wasn't. That kid was great.
He's there, but is it me or is Gotham starting to look a little Matrixy? And because if you
Yes.
saw the clips, it's getting to be that very
Yes.
everything's leather, everything is
Yes.
it's very
It's only a matter of time before bat nipples happen again.
exactly.
It's a biker bar.
It's a
Oh, it is.
biker.
It
It's
is.
the one from Police Academy.
No,
They're all going to end up in there.
yes. They're gonna, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So.
All right. Do you guys have one off the top of your
Anything?
head, or are you just here for the ride?
I've heard about this adaptation of The Killing Joke that
Yes.
Warner Animation
Yes,
is doing.
yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
They're doing an animated version of The Killing Joke. The big news out of that, well, I don't know if it's news. The big story is Mark Hamill is lobbying hard to be the Joker in it.
Really? I thought he retired.
He had retired.
But come on, man. Get to play the Joker in The Killing Joke? He's the guy. He is the Joker.
He is the de facto
And if he's
voice.
retired,
No
why
doubt.
is he Luke Skywalker in the next movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
He's not retired.
He's on fire.
He's
No, he
tired.
had retired from doing the Joker after the first Arkham Asylum video game.
Right.
That was his last time. But I'd read an interview recently where he said
Where somebody
whole
pulled a dump
reason-
truck with cash up to him, and he
Well,
went,
that too.
well,
well,
there you go. Cash
on
inspires,
second
yeah.
thought,
That's a lot of zeros after
yes.
But I guess when they had asked him aboard for the original animated series, it was because of The Killing Joke that he had done the show because he was such a huge fan. And he
yeah.
had told Bruce Timm and company, if you ever adapt this, I want to do it.
Nice.
But it didn't
Makes
look like it
sense.
was ever going to happen.
Makes
so
sense.
he retired. Now he's ready to come out of retirement
Yeah.
for it.
You know what? I am so down with that. I love that adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns they
Yes.
did.
Oh,
Yes.
it's fantastic.
And them doing Killing Joke,
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Well, I
plus-
love Bryan Cranston in year one as Commissioner
Yes.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Yes. Bryan Cranston is, and you know what? When you watch anything with Bryan Cranston, in my head, it's all connected. So, like when you watch Malcolm in the Middle, that's a prequel to Breaking Bad. That's right. When he's Commissioner Gordon, that's after when he's retired from the drug trade and he's
right.
become Commissioner Gordon, and nobody
you go.
knows who he really is.
He
Bryan
cured his
Cranston
cancer.
is that guy for me.
And where
And
does
he's not dead in
Godzilla fit in?
Godzilla. Spoiler. He is not dead.
I
He
hope
went
not.
into hiding again. I just think he's in witness protection over and over and over and over. I do.
Again.
Nice.
Or
And
he's
he
a time
created,
Nice.
he created the drug that started The Walking Dead, too. I fully believe that. Yep.
He'll show up.
It's a good story in there.
All right, where are we at? Okay, we talk about this on this show a lot, so we're going to bring this one up. Chris Columbus came out this week talking about the Goonies and the Gremlins movies. There's all this speculation. Forever they've been trying to relaunch these two shows, right? Or two movies. And every time it's like, there's going to be a Goonies movie, and then like half the cast is 40, and now they're 70, and now it's not going to happen. Gremlins, too. They keep saying Gremlins is going to get relaunched, and then what's his name that directed it?
Joe Dante.
Joe Dante said, I want nothing to do with it, and that made it seem like it might be dead. Well, Chris Columbus wrote both of those movies. This week he came out on a podcast and said something about, the reboots of Goonies and Gremlins, I'm making sure that I'm writing these so that I have control over these. And it's like,
Nice.
It sounds like they're happening. It sounds like Chris Columbus is involved, which normally would make me go, yay, because I like Chris Columbus. But at the bottom of my page here, I mentioned that Pixels officially sucks.
Yes, you are vindicated. I just would like to say
Chris
that.
Columbus
I have
movie.
You are
said this
vindicated.
for weeks that movie's going to be terrible.
And what do the reviews say? Kevin James and Adam Sandler
Are
suck.
the worst things ever. They said, the one review said that it's a crime against culture. That is brutal.
That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It probably is. Here's the problem. Chris Columbus directed it, and I want to support Chris Columbus. So I'm caught in that vortex of I flip-flopped on it after saying all this negative stuff, then I went, maybe it's okay. I'm back on the bandwagon saying, no, it's terrible.
All you will get out of it are the video game guest stars. That was the
Right.
only thing.
That was the best part of the
Yes,
preview.
that was
watch
the
it
best
for
part of the
Adam
movie.
But not
Yeah,
all
there
of it.
you
The
go.
Donkey Kong looks like garbage.
That was a fun scene
Is it? Did you see the movie?
yesterday.
You
Oh, wow.
did?
Yeah, I took the kids.
So Adam Sandler is counting your money right now. Did you, kids, did you like it?
He was going to count somebody's money.
Thumbs up. Yes, thumbs
Yeah.
up. Okay. Pixels. So it's a good kids movie? Is it torture for parents? Kevin James.
There
is
were
in it.
times when
Yeah,
it could
okay.
be.
All right. You know what I saw? I finally saw a movie and I stayed awake for it this week. I saw Ant-Man.
And
It was
Really?
awesome. I loved it. Did you guys see it?
Yeah,
I have not yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's awesome. It's really fun. It's
fun.
It is fun. It's more of a comedy than a lot of the other Marvel ones, but I think they did a great job of getting the Ant-Man mythology in there.
Yeah, yeah,
I've been going back and I'm reading on. There's a Marvel app called Marvel U. Is that what it's called? And they do suggested reading, and they'll have different things. One of the things did our meerkat go off? Doeth. It did.
What? Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Shoot. But they have these suggested readings, and they have a thing for Ant-Man. So I've been going back, and it's got all the way from, like, early issues to, like, some of the revisionist stuff. And it's really great. It's really great. And they got so much of it in the movie without you knowing it. So I highly recommend it.
Now, what do you think of Michael Douglas? I mean, he really
was
could have
great in
just
it, man.
phoned that in, but he threw himself into that.
I
No,
heard
he
that he
didn't.
acted the blank out of it. That's what somebody said.
I
He
wouldn't
said
say
he did
he
a good
acted the
job.
blank out of it. I would say he acted well. I thought he did a good job. He didn't phone it in, but he wasn't.
He did more than what was required for
Yes.
a
Yeah.
summer
Yes.
comic book movie. He really did. I was
Yes.
surprised.
You mean just showing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
because most of them are.
That's right.
Yeah, no, he was good in it. I didn't think that it was like an Oscar-winning performance by him.
Right, well, yeah.
You know, but I thought he did a great job. And, okay, Evangeline Lilly is not hard to look at. I'm just going to put that out there. Holy cow. And when
Hey,
you saw
thanks,
the
Captain
wasp,
Obvious.
you saw the wasp costume at the end, I'm like, put her in that costume and have her flying around that screen. I am all about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And she's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she kicks Paul Rudd's butt in this movie.
But she kicks butt in every movie. What movie does she not kick butt in?
What else has she been in? She's in Lost.
She's in The Hobbit.
In The Hobbit.
I didn't see The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
kicks.
The three Hobbit movies
Right.
I didn't see, and
She
I'm a
kicks-
huge Lord of the
yeah.
Rings
She
fan.
kicks total butt in that.
Does she?
Oh,
Yeah,
total
she
butt.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastically, yes.
Yeah, she's
and,
awesome.
And she's not bad to look at either.
Yeah,
so.
no, she's not tough on the eyes at all.
Not. So
Not at all.
Just want to reiterate that.
that was good.
Right.
Hunger Games dropped a new trailer.
They're just dropping them.
They're just dropping them all over
They're
the place.
dropping them
and-
like they're hot. See,
and-
I'm hip,
Well,
kids.
they're building it up, and it looks
It's going to be
fantastic.
great.
So,
And the trailers have been great. That new trailer is It's more of the same, but it's great. But speaking
Yeah.
of trailers, did you guys see the trailer for Maze Runner, the new Maze Runner?
Yeah.
I haven't
Scorch
seen the
Trials?
trailer.
Looks good.
It looks
great.
awesome, man. Really? The first one was really good. Jacob, did you see the Maze Runner?
No.
How dare you? Did you guys see the Maze Runner? Anybody
Anyone?
out here?
Yeah.
No?
Show of hands.
It's a good movie. I thought it... What? What? You like pixels. Your vote doesn't count.
No comment.
I thought it was really cool. I think that Scorch Trials looks
Yeah.
tough.
It looks really good.
So it looks better than the original. Might be one
Yeah,
of those rare
I
sequels.
think that it's one of those where they're like, you know what? We did it right this time. We got a little more money. It was successful. Let's make a better movie. And I did like the first one. I thought it was cool. So I'm excited for it.
Cool.
Good trailer. Highly recommended.
Yeah,
eye
it
out
looks
for
it,
it.
it looks like there's potential because they need another series of books like that to catch.
Yes.
Because Insurgent's been kind of and I think they need another one that they could push. You know, after the Twilight Hunger Games is done.
Right.
What else is going to come up like that in that teen genre?
Well, there's
like that?
lots of YA novels they
Well,
can
yeah,
pull
but,
from.
but that have momentum and are going. I mean, they tried
Right.
Ender's Game. Ender's Game didn't go
Ender's
anywhere.
Game should have, though.
It
That was
should
a
have,
great
yeah.
movie.
It was a great
and
movie.
it's a great series of
Oh,
books.
yeah.
Yeah, but they
Fell
didn't.
flat,
They didn't
yeah.
go anywhere, and it was. I agree. I thought it was a really good movie.
That's because Harrison Ford went on to be Han Solo again. That's why he didn't go
No,
anywhere. I can't be in this movie anymore.
I can't do this. So
Chewie, I'm home. I can't be in this movie anymore. See, I'm
wait,
getting laughs for my impression.
I have a plane to catch.
Wait. Yeah, I've got a plane to catch.
Hello. Too soon?
Oh,
Sorry.
had to go there.
No, you know what?
we do have to
I
go
tweeted
there,
out
sorry.
that joke within seconds of seeing the initial report, and I got a lot of negative back for that one. I couldn't help it.
You couldn't have gotten as bad
As
as
well
negative.
timed, though.
Chewie, you drive, I think is what I put. Next time you
You
drive.
were worried about the John Denver retweet, though.
Oh, God.
That's all I have to say. Hello. Hey, ooh. I already went there. We went there a few weeks ago, so it's bad.
Rod. I should know this name. Rob McElhenney. You guys know who that is?
Rob McKelly.
He's from Always Sunny.
Oh, okay.
He's the dark-haired one, the one that in the one season gained all the weight and then lost all the weight in the next season. He did that literally because he
For the
thought, wouldn't it
show.
be funny if a character on a show like gained a ton of weight like unexpectedly and then went back to their normal weight the next season? And that's what they did. They made a lot of fat jokes and then stopped it.
Didn't they do that on Friends?
I didn't watch Friends.
Pretend. No, I'm just saying.
Well, this was real. Did they
Yes.
fake it on there?
They faked it. But
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Ross. I don't want to hear anything
It wasn't
about that.
Ross.
Which one was it?
Courtney Cox. They had her play.
Was she pregnant or something?
No,
Or
they
did
had her play. Like they went back when she was in high school. She was heavy.
Oh,
so
they
they
did
did like
that.
half of the show was.
Did she look
her.
like Jiminy Glick?
Yeah. Oh yes, very much.
That's
so.
fantastic.
It was great. Yes.
That's fantastic. You know what? I'm still not watching it. Well, anyway, Rob McElhenney is going to direct, kids, get ready, a Minecraft movie.
Minecraft.
You guys
Yes.
love Minecraft, right?
Minecraft,
yeah.
The kids love the Minecraft. You love the Minecraft. You love the
runs a
Minecraft. You love the Minecraft. Nobody loves the Minecraft. Anyway, he's directing. You love the Minecraft. He's directing a Minecraft movie, which, you know what? First glance, you go, oh, God, no. And then you go, wait a minute. This guy's funny. The Lego movie was funny with good people behind it. This could be really good.
It's gonna be Tron.
Shut up. Minecraft Tron.
That would be awesome.
That
He
would
builds
be
Tron-
awesome.
Builds
Everything
Tron in
should be
Minecraft.
Tron.
Everything should be
Blocks,
Tron. And we have a lot of bad ideas on this show. That's great. So
I don't know. That was
I hear the lone gunmen are back in Tron, too.
they're back. Hey, everybody! Did you see that Benicio del Toro is in talks to play a villain?
Yeah, but
in
which one?
episode 8? In episode 8 of Star Wars,
Episode 8.
which would be
Benicio
fantastic.
del Toro.
So who's he playing?
Take
Did they say?
my money. What?
Who's he playing? Did they announce?
A villain.
Just a
Well, they don't announce, like, do you know who what the villain's name is in the new one?
No. Besides, Star Wars
He's
movies.
a Sith.
Yeah, okay, so he'll be a Sith.
But in the prequels, the villains, since then, the villains only last one movie anyway. So.
That's
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's a
right.
good
maybe
point.
2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
You get
half a
the-
movie
You,
if you count the first one.
you get the intro and then that's it. Then you're
Yeah.
done, so.
And they come up with some good villains.
You
That's
know what?
the sad
Benicio
part.
del Toro playing a bad guy, don't kill him off fast.
Yes.
Let this guy simmer and be a problem. I'd love that. That guy's awesome.
He
I
is-
loved
you guys
him in
see-
License to Kill.
Oh yeah.
He was so young. That was that.
Oh,
Bond
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
great
he
in
was
that.
good
A
in that,
total
yeah.
psycho.
Wasn't he in
movie-
Skyfall, too? Wasn't he the one that took his teeth out?
No, that was
Javier Bardem.
Oh, Javier Bardem.
And he was
Oh, he
great.
was great,
He was
too.
unbelievable. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Get him in there, too. Make the two of them the Sith. They'll be Sith masters
They can just
together.
Would they have to
and
call
growl
them
at
Sith?
each
No, it
other,
would be
you know?
Sith. They'd have to
Yeah,
come
how
up
would
with a
you,
different
it's
pronunciation.
like a gaggle of Sith. They'd have to come up with a new term for it.
Yeah, both deep voices. It would work. Yeah.
Please, let that happen. Oh, oh man!
What
And then
budget
Bryan
do they have?
Cranston will be in it, and then it'll be all tied Star Wars
He could
into
be-
Godzilla,
He could be Grandma Tart.
into Grandma Tut. What's
No,
Tut?
Grandma
I'm not even going to go there. Sorry.
Grandma Tart.
Tarkin.
Tarkin.
That's who he could be. Think of who would be better.
Tarkin's got to be
there.
dead. He was like
I know, but I'm
100
just
in
saying
those.
he would be a great.
So he
fleet
could be a
admiral.
Grand Moff.
Wouldn't he be a great
Yes, like
admiral?
a Grand Moff
Yeah,
Cranston.
whatever.
Yeah.
Grand Moff Cranston.
Grand Moff
Grand Moff
Heisenberg.
Malcolm. That would be a great name. for
Grand
him.
Moff Malcolm. Malcolm, I am
Malcolm,
your
so-
father. No! Dewey says no. Here's bad news, everybody. Sony is developing a movie, speaking of things like Minecraft, they're actually developing a movie based on emojis.
Why?
That is exactly the response you should have. Well, either why or stop it. Those are the two acceptable answers to that.
Hey,
What
they're
are they
going to do a hashtag movie too. by the way.
Oh, they are not. Oh, man. Don't give Sony any ideas.
No.
You know, they're like, we screwed up
Timestamp.
this Spider-Man thing. I know what's going to make a ton of money. Let's get
Emojis.
Asa Butterfield to be in the Emoji movie. No, that's going to be terrible. What is it? It's going to be floating faces. Thumbs down. Terrible.
Yeah.
It
It'll
can't be
be
good.
as memorable as Garbage Pail Kids.
But that's memorable.
And
In all the wrong ways.
Yes, it's heinously great. That's a terrible, awful move. Awful. I've coined a new phrase.
Awful.
Hashtag awful because it's awful and awesome all at the same time.
Good and awful. Yeah.
It is
exactly.
awful.
I can't believe you're defending
Emoji will not be
They're-
awful.
They're going to call that $100 million in the bank.
Emoji will be.
Second, we had this in the 80s or early 90s.
Hey, remember the 80s?
Mr. Happy Books. Do you remember?
Yeah, the Mr. Happy books.
And they had
They didn't do a movie.
No, but I mean it's
Yeah, same thing.
remember
I would
that.
rather see.
emojis.
I would rather see a Mr. Happy movie than an Emoji movie.
Death is not an option, correct?
That sounds terrible.
Hey, Martha, thanks for showing the crowd.
Yeah,
at home.
thank
No,
you.
Sorry. Everyone.
You want to dance? You're on camera.
Hanging tough.
Let's see, what else we got? Oh, Disney, in its never-ending pursuit to make every animated film into a live-action movie, announced another one this week.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we've got Dumbo, we've got Tinkerbell, we've got, I don't know, we've got, Dumbo is just frightening me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sword in the
Because you're waiting for
Stone.
the casting call?
They're doing Sword in the Stone. What?
You're waiting for the casting call
Yes.
for live action
yeah.
Dumbo?
You know it's going to be Johnny Depp.
That's right.
He's going to be Timothy. You know it. And Kevin James is Dumbo.
Don't want to take money out of his
I
pocket.
couldn't resist. Okay, what did I say? I was
Disney.
Sword in the Stone is getting made into a live-action movie.
Really? But not the Black Cauldron.
That'll be next. Just settle down. And you know what? Didn't we have the movie Excalibur? Is this going to be like the
Yeah.
kids' version of
Yeah.
Excalibur? Here's the
But see,
thing.
that of all the ones they're going to do actually makes some kind of sense.
Well, and here's why you're gonna be on board. I think many of you might be on board because the writing team they hired to write it are the writing team from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Really?
I am so down.
And it's
Oh,
rated
There's
what?
going to be
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. That's all you have to say.
That's it. We're in.
Awesome.
And it's PG?
Yep.
We don't know.
I'm hoping not.
We don't know yet. So
I'm hoping not. No,
those
I
writers,
actually
I
hope
don't
so.
know.
I hope they.
Not a
I
Walt
think they
Disney
could
production.
do that
New Line
time
Cinema.
period and everything. Doing the Sword in the Stone story. That could be really cool.
That could be. I
that's a
mean,
good
done the
twist,
right
yeah.
way. So
Dumbo is not going to be cool.
I agree with you.
A live action Dumbo. Can you even imagine?
It's
when are they going to make
blasphemy.
the animated of the live action?
Well, they've
from
got
the
to do a
animation?
CGI elephant. They're not going to have like an elephant. Remember how they used to put things in the horse's teeth to get their mouths so it looked like they were talking? They're going to do that to an elephant. It's terrible.
Dumbo didn't talk anyway.
Did they not?
Sure he
Will
did.
they put prosthetic ears on him though?
He didn't talk?
Yeah, the
No.
fly.
Oh, no,
the
he
fly.
didn't.
No.
No, the mouse spoke.
Well,
for him.
because he was dumb.
Yep, maybe. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bo,
Yeah,
He
right.
was on Dukes of Hazzard because
Wow.
Bo.
Yeah.
What
Bo
is
Luke,
Pink
sorry.
Elephant's going to be like in live action?
That's just it.
It's gonna be horrendous.
It's going to
Whatever
be.
it is, it's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be CGI, but it's going to look real. It's going to look like Jurassic Park.
Or are they going to put Jim Carrey with a trunk and
Oh,
ears?
no.
There you go.
Kevin,
No.
what we need.
Kevin James with a trunk and ears. Oh, Kevin
Sorry.
James.
Well, if they do the Sword and the Stone, I would like to see that showdown between Merlin and Mad Madam Mim.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
That
that'd be
Black
good,
Cauldron
yeah.
I want to see. That would be awesome.
Forgotten film, right?
Yep. Not forgotten in my house.
Hey,
There you go.
and John Hurt is still alive. He can do the voice.
Yes.
Yes.
King.
He could.
Not the
Great
king.
voice.
No voice.
The Horn
Live
King,
action.
Yeah, that too.
That's what I want to see. What didn't we talk about? Oh,
Yes, go.
Simon Kinberg is going to develop. Yeah, part of me was excited about this, and part of me goes, I just don't know. Logan's Run is finally getting remade. We've talked about this before, how we want it to happen. You just talked about how there's no YA novels getting remade. Here you go. Logan's Run, made by Simon Kinberg. This could be good, or it could be a disaster. I don't think there's middle ground. I don't think we're just going to go, yeah, that was a watch. I think we're going to be like, oh my gosh, I want my time back, or oh my gosh, it's Logan's Run, finally done now.
Burn this from my memory.
Yes. Because I love that stuff. Did you guys like Logan's Run? You liked it.
I did,
Oh,
of
I
course.
loved it.
Yeah, see? Do you guys even know what Logan's Run is?
Didn't they remake
no.
that?
Show of hands.
You're my age. You should
I'm
know
not
what it
sure
is.
if they remade
Not you,
Logan's
her
Run.
back there. Huh?
Wait 30 seconds. We'll wait for the answer.
Yeah. Eventually she's
Yes.
going to go, oh, yeah, Logan's
Yes.
Run. They had the thing on their hand. Yeah.
I don't know if they remade it or just because the fact that so much of it has been reused in other movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many elements of it.
Logan's Run? Yeah.
I thought they did something in the early 90s where they
No.
tried to redo it. No?
No, they might have, but no. Matt
Wasn't there
Damon.
was there a
Matt Damon was attached to it for a long time.
Okay.
He was going to remake it, and he ended up not doing it, and But now they've got him. I don't know. I mean, it's news.
well, I think
Yeah, you
that
got
would be
one?
good. So, Russell Crowe and Brie Larson
Yes.
are in discussion to be on Kong Skull Island, which ups it up. It's adding a star
Yes.
or two right there.
Okay, so Kong Skull Island we've talked about a lot on here because it's a giant monkey movie. Nuff said. It's got my interest. It's Skull Island. He's going to be fighting big things. And there were two good actors that were on it. One was Whiplash. What's his name? J. Jonah Jameson, that guy.
J.K. Simons.
Yes. Yeah, he was going to be on it, and
Or
somebody
Simmons.
else.
Is it Simmons?
Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah, and somebody else. And they were both good. It was like, oh, this is
Adrian
going to be.
Brody? No.
Oh, I'd like that. I like him in Predators. You guys see Predators?
Well, he was in Kong.
Yes, he was. So there were two guys. They both went off the movie. Okay, so now it was like, uh-oh, if the stars are leaving like rats off a ship, this could be in trouble. But now Russell Crowe and Brie Larson are circling. I'm still back in. I wasn't totally out. It's still a giant monkey. If he was fighting the Garbage Pail Kids, now I'd be in. Can you imagine that? Kong versus the Garbage Pail Kids?
Take my money.
Take my money. That would be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
That would be the greatest thing. Charlie Barfy against
Brie Larson, Scott Pilgrim, right?
Scott Booger?
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh,
right? Isn't she play?
yeah, she's in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, it's
put
great.
that element in there.
And
That'd be
Russell
great.
Crowe is awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? I want him to be the Russell Crowe from L.A. Confidential.
Oh, yeah. Rip the
That
chair
is
up
like-
and beat people.
That's the best.
Yeah,
that's one of his
Yes.
best roles. So
That is a masterful bit of acting in that movie. I want to see that Russell Crowe.
Bud.
Either that or what's the one with Meg Ryan?
Bud White.
Sleepless in Seattle. No, the other one. The one where
one where he gets
the
kidnapped.
one where you like his arms.
Proof of
no
life.
kid where he
You've
gets
got mail with Russell Crowe.
Where
Was
her
that
husband
Proof of
gets
Life?
kidnapped. and
Yeah.
They're like in
What is it?
Proof of life.
There
Proof
you
of
go.
Life.
Awesome. Yes.
That's the Russell Crowe I want to see. Proof of Life, Russell Crowe.
Not the Gladiator. Gladiator. Russell.
Yeah, but
Crowe
I
is
don't
a
want
better-
him to be in like the gladiator outfit. I want him to be in the like military fighting Kong outfit.
So is this going to be like a Son of Kong remake?
I don't know. I don't think so. Actually, I think it's supposed to be a prequel, so it should be before the 30s. So this could be like, maybe it'll be like Russell Crowe and Abraham Lincoln fighting King Kong. Wow. Wait a minute.
Fighting vampires on Skull Island.
Oh my gosh. It's too much. And Bryan Cranston's in it. That's too much, man. Wow. Okay, I got bad news. And this shouldn't be bad news because I like her. Chloe Moretz. Is that how you say her name? You guys know who that is?
Anybody young?
Okay, Chloe Moretz. Anyways, she's going to
played
be
Hit Girl.
in Neighbors 2. Did you guys see Neighbors? Not the John Belushi movie. Look at
the
all the old
not
guys
the
up there
good
are like,
version.
I remember that one with John Belushi. No, the one with Zac Efron and
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, that movie was terrible. A lot of people liked it. I don't know what's wrong with them. I think they might have had a lot of radiation. You liked it, Jenny? Yeah, I'm sorry. You need to get better taste. That was a terrible movie. We would have liked it when we were your age, yes.
True.
But now we're
Or
old
not.
and we
Or
didn't
not.
like it. Anyway, they're making a sequel to it.
It made money. That's why. Why wouldn't they? Seth Rogen
You know what?
they're both bankable. Zac Efron and Seth Rogen are they're upper middle class star level, I think.
Okay.
I wouldn't say they're A-listers, but
How about
they're
doing a Pineapple
B+.
Express 2 before you do this?
Thank
That's
you.
what I want to
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
Because James Franco is
How
like
about
the
how about
curse of
Green
Disney.
Hornet without a French director? Get somebody who knows how to make a Green Hornet movie. Seth Rogen can stay in it. That's what I want to see. And Kato was awesome in that movie,
Yeah.
even though it was terrible. It's because it was a French director.
Probably. You're
I'm
blaming
telling
the-
you.
Are you blaming the French for everything now?
I am. Yep. They ruined French fries by making us call them freedom fries. They've ruined everything.
There you go. So
Well, look at our iTunes rating just went way down in
That's-
France.
yes.
We hate him.
from 1 to none, it's 100%
suis
drop.
bon noué.
That's it. So did you see there was some like stuff floating around that Michael Jackson wanted to play Jar Jar Binks?
Why didn't this happen?
I know that would have been that actually might have made him
That would've
good.
been good, though.
No,
I might
it
have
wouldn't
liked
have made
it.
him good.
Yeah,
But it would have made it.
Imagine if he danced, if he did the moonwalk.
It
and
would have
was Jar
made
Jar
it
Binks.
awesome, is what it would have made
It
it.
could only have helped.
It would have had.
Yeah, it would have helped,
The
but
movie would have had a hit single and everything.
That-
It would have had moves like you would never
yeah,
see
but
in
you know what?
CGI,
If people start being positive about that, that opens the door for Will Smith getting into one of these Star
no.
Wars movies and putting a soundtrack to it, and then Jaden Smith is right behind, and the world is over when they infect my Star Wars universe.
You're
Mark my
hurting.
words.
That's right.
That's another running theory on this show. Or
What is?
the Will Smith?
You know what? It's
6 degrees
I'm
of
right.
separation.
6 degrees of Will Smith, and I am right. Chris Pratt. What's his name?
Pratt.
And Bryce Howard. She doesn't say Bryce Dallas Howard anymore. She just goes Bryce Howard. Not according to the AP Wire here. Yeah, I don't know.
they've
But they're
never
doing
been-
a sequel to Jurassic. It was announced coming out in 2018. He is
Yes,
going to be
he
in
is.
Suicide Squad. He's dead shot.
Dead shot, yeah.
Dead shot.
Dead shot,
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Will is when he gets involved in
I don't
everything.
mind Will.
Yeah, it's when he gets involved in everything that there's problem. It's the Eddie Murphy syndrome, and I hate to be like that.
Right.
Where Eddie as an actor was great. Eddie as
And then all
just
of
a
a sudden he's
director
got
was
this.
great.
It's like Adam Sandler too. They had this
Yes.
slipstream of other people
Right.
that come with him. Although I'm not going to say Adam Sandler's great. I like a few of his movies, but
Yeah.
I was never a fan.
oh,
yeah, right.
They're
yeah.
coming with one, and that
He
has
used
potential.
to own the 4th of July, didn't he?
He did.
But he's not in ID 432. He's not in that one. They're making a sequel to that called Resurrection,
Yeah, I think that's what
Resurgence.
Resurgence.
something like that. He's not in that. So please don't get Jaden Smith in it. I'm just putting that out there.
Exactly. So
If you haven't guessed by now, I'm not a fan. NBC. Okay, so earlier this week, Lucy Lawless, who I have
Yes.
a slight interest in. I like her and stuff. I loved her on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's not dead. Mark my words. Anyway, she tweeted out this week that she wants to reboot Xena. Like she was considering doing a Kickstarter like they did for Veronica Mars to bring Xena back. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
She found out, this came out later in the week, that NBC is developing a Xena show and forgot to tell Lucy Lawless.
Well, she's
So they're
in
gonna
that
do
Evil
it with-
Dead show,
But she
right?
doesn't
I mean,
own it,
Right, she's
doesn't-
on the Evil Dead
doesn't
show.
got a
Raimi
job.
own it?
Come on.
No, they probably bought the property. Because she's married to the third guy in the Raimi Hydra. There's Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and this third guy.
Robert Tapper.
What is his?
Robert Tapper.
Robert Tapper.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're on this show.
It's a real neat name, I'm sure.
Yeah, Tapper. He's married to Xena. And I'm just avoiding all jokes right now. 40 of them just went into my head. So he would, if Raimi was developing it, if Raimi is involved in the development of it, she would know. So they must own the property because
Right.
NBC owned the syndication rights and everything. So that's probably what it is. But that's unfortunate because you know they're going to relaunch it and it's going to be as awesome as that Bionic Woman show was.
Crickets.
Yeah, that was the worst. Anybody watch that?
No.
No,
It was horrendous.
awful. I wanted it to be good too. Somebody was in it that was good. It looked like it was going to be good, and it was awful. Why can't they do that one right? Why can't the Bionic Man fight Kong on Skull Island with Abraham Lincoln and
because the
Russell
Bionic-
Crowe? Now we've got a movie.
In 1976, the Bionic Man was number one. Improbable for people to even think. They couldn't fathom somebody having
Right.
machine parts.
Now he just had like an iPad
but
stuck to his arm.
Now there are people that have.
He
that have
Googles from his
replacement
arm.
limbs. Yeah, exactly.
that'd
I
be
mean,
cool.
there are people who have bionic. I hate to say bionic parts.
No,
but
they are.
They can do that, and it's not that spectacular.
I heard about a guy. I was listening to a podcast. I listened to a few of them. It was a guy who it was. I think he refers to himself as like a cyber person or something. He has lived
Was he in,
since like the 70s.
Silicon Valley.
Well, yeah, he lives out there. He basically what he did was he started integrating like electronics into his not into his body, but they're just like a part
Augmenting?
of him.
Yeah.
So like he's the guy, one of the key guys behind Google Glass.
Oh wow.
Because he said, it's wearable stuff. He goes, that makes you a cyborg if you start doing this. It doesn't mean that it's integrated into you physically. It's that it is so much a part of you that you live with it. He's like, at this point, if I took it off, it's like I lost my eyes. He's had it for so long. It's pretty interesting. So there are people doing that.
Right.
It's just they don't make that sound, which was so awesome. They don't fight cyber Bigfoot, which is what I want to see.
You can't hold them up and look through the back of their head.
You guys don't even know what I'm talking about, right? On $6 Million
remember
Man,
the
he
doll?
fought Bigfoot, and
Yes.
in this show, he punches Bigfoot, and a plate comes out, and he's a robot. Awesome.
How about when he ripped off his arm? Huh?
Awesome. What?
When his arm pulled off? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like robotic.
Big reveal. Yeah.
Why don't we have TV like that anymore?
And that was Andre the Giant originally.
No, he was Bigfoot?
Yeah.
And then Ted Cassidy.
Anybody
Lurch
wants a
later.
peanut? Huh?
Ted Cassidy, who played Lurch, played him later when he had the short hair.
Really? Wow, you know way
Right.
too much about this.
They couldn't afford the
right
beer
side.
for when Andre the Giant came in because he would drink like 3 cases of beer a day.
Right.
He was like unbelievable. So
Right.
the man could drink it down. So
Yeah. Okay.
Kung Pao 2, there's a possibility of a.
Yeah, do you guys like Kung
Good
Pao?
mention. I like
I
that.
think it was funny.
Did you guys like it?
Yeah, I
my
love
kid
Kung Pao.
loves it especially.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fist, I loved it.
My oldest, he's not here. Or my
No?
my son.
Somebody loves it. Somebody in the house loves it.
One of them, yeah. There's
Anybody else watch Kung Pao? Who's eating
watched
Kung
Kung
You
Pao?
saw Kung Pao? Raise your hand.
I've eaten Kung Pao.
yes.
You know what? It's I only watched the beginning and I didn't make it through it. And everyone kept talking how funny
the
it was.
beginning's horrible.
Yeah, so I think I need to reapproach it because people are excited about a sequel.
Yeah, come in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's the
good.
guy. I don't like his hair. He looks like like an old boss I had. It was
It's personal.
yeah. I
You
think
don't have
so.
to hold up stuff. You can come up and shot. He had something. If you have something to say, say it. Don't worry about it.
No, you know what he says?
Did
it
you have
says
something?
no. When
No? Oh.
every time I ask a question, he's
That's-
just
no,
holding
yeah.
it up so he doesn't have to yell it out.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I like it.
Here's a video game one. Telltale. I don't know how old this is because this was this website I'm on, and it looked like old stuff was mixed in with new stuff. But Telltale, who made the really great Walking Dead games, they made a Back to the Future game that's a lot of fun. They are working on a Marvel game.
Ooh, nice.
So all these Marvel games that are coming out that are pretty fun, they're all just fighting games. Future fight. You get your characters, you level them up, they fight, then you go and you level them up, and then they fight, and then that's it. The Telltale game is a story. That's what I love, are stories. So if they do like this type of story thing with the action of Marvel in it,
Right.
I'm down. I think that sounds cool. Pick the right characters, though. And I don't need to be Avengers.
Right.
Yeah.
Avengers, that's the problem. Everything has to be every character. Marvel Future Fight, it's every character. Give me a Daredevil game.
Yeah.
Have some cameos. Have Spider-Man show up. Have some cameos. But pick one and work it.
Right.
Work it. Even if you're doing chapters, because Telltale does it as chapters. Chapter 1, Daredevil. Chapter 2, Spider-Man. Chapter 3. That's how you do it. Unify it at the end. Do like they did for the movies with the phases. And then at the end, have them be the defenders and fight. Have them be Alpha Flight. Yeah, Canadian superheroes.
Bring in the Canucks. Yeah.
The Wendigo. Yeah. And you know what? But they're going to monetize it, so it's going to be loonies and toonies to upgrade. Thank you.
Hello. Boom.
Nobody laughed. Jerry Ryan is going to be on Arrow.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I don't know who she's playing. She's 7 to 9. That's all that matters. So I'm down with that.
Again, not bad. Not bad on the eyes.
Not too tough. No. So I think that's good news. I didn't watch Arrow last season. I've only watched the first 6 episodes of the whole series. So do you guys like Arrow?
No, but I heard it got good after the first 6 episodes.
That's what I heard too. Notice I stopped.
Yeah,
Rob-
I stopped
No,
after
actually,
two.
I did like the first 6. It was fun.
Rob sold Apple stock right before it took off. So,
That's
you know,
right.
Just so
That's right.
just so you know how that works. So.
But I'm still holding onto my Tandy computer.
That's
so.
right. You got it. The Radio Shack.
Someday the Sinclair's coming back.
There was some stuff floating around. Constantine may be on this season of Arrow.
Well,
which,
you know,
that's
the
great.
Arrow people, when Constantine was canceled, they were lobbying hard to bring it back. They were the ones behind the whole Save Constantine hashtag thing and all that, and then it failed. And it didn't get picked up by Netflix. It didn't get picked up by anybody, which is a crime. I thought that show had potential to be incredible. And it had moments. And whatever his name, Matt whatever, was great in it.
Yes,
Not Matt
he-
LeBlanc. I'm not making Friends references here. So the Arrow people, they were really behind this, so they figured out the way around it. We don't need to have a Constantine show. We just need to write him into our series
Right.
and build him up, and then they're going to want another show, and then
they
they
can
get to
spin-
run
Then
it.
they can spin
They
that
can
off.
spin it
They
off
can
and
spin it
run
off
it.
themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Relaunch the character there.
Papa Midnight needs to come back. Did you guys watch
Yeah.
Constantine? Anybody? You did.
I did,
No,
yes.
I heard it was good, but by the time I decided to check it out, it was
gone?
gone.
It's
Yeah,
worth
same here.
watching.
Yeah.
Do you know, here's something that a lot of people don't know about it. It was only slated as a 13-episode run. A lot of people think it was canceled after 13, and they're like, oh, it was canceled before it got to... No, it was set as a one-season replacement, 13 episodes, but it left so much out there that you were like, no. The real problem with the show, well, one of the biggest problems, they showed it out of order.
Really?
Yep. That's what happened with Almost Human, too. And Almost Human was a fantastic show. I mean, I loved it. There was a point you're watching, like, 4th episode, you're like, what's going on?
Right.
Like, all of a sudden it didn't make sense. It's because they showed it out of order. I don't know why they do that.
No, in Almost Human, they pulled one of them because something happened, and was it?
But then they put it back in.
But wasn't something with? It was something with Russians or something. I can't remember what it was.
You're thinking when Reagan was shot. That was Greatest American Hero when they pulled the thing. They changed his name to John
They pulled an
Hinckley.
episode because something happened, like major here socially. And I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
And then you're right. And then they put it back in, and it's like
Yeah, it didn't make
mess
sense.
the story up. And
Yeah, and that was a great show. That had real potential, man. I loved it. Did you guys watch that?
No.
I'm surprised. Rage is like, I know every actor that was on these things, and Lurch was on it, and
Why do people keep telling me that?
I have no idea. So.
you got more? I got more.
If you got more, so the big hubbub, and we talked about it before Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, was how Marvel and Star Wars weren't going to be there, or Marvel wasn't
Oh, yeah.
doing their stuff.
This
And
is
then-
another one we
right,
said,
right.
this is what's going to happen.
We talked about it, and so
Our predictions were true.
Disney announces D23 lineup. We have huge amounts of stuff to roll out about the Marvel Universe, the MCU. Oh, hey, that's a shocker, and then people are mad. So go ahead.
Basically, San Diego Comic-Con, there was all this hubbub about how Marvel wasn't there. And they had the great panel for Star Wars. But they really didn't show, they did a lot of stuff, but they didn't show, like, new footage. They showed some
Right.
behind-the-scenes stuff and got everybody whipped up. We kept saying it's going to happen, and it is. D23, Disney's own version of this. They're having a Marvel thing. They're having a big Star Wars
Right.
thing.
Another
Another con.
con.
But this one's been around for a while. D23 has been around, and people that I know that have been to it say it's fantastic.
Oh, sure.
And now
They
Star
have,
Wars and
they
Marvel.
have Disney money. I mean, they
Yeah,
have
they do
unlimited
have Disney
funds.
money.
It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they
Yep.
want. It's their property. It's not like cost.
I wonder if when you get a soda there, if it's an ice cube with Walt inside, that would be fantastic. That would be great.
that
Disney
would
on
be-
ice.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, Disney on ice.
Well-
Everything tastes weird, but you know.
The rumors DC started, or somebody started a lot of rumors saying, "Oh, Marvel's scared of DC because of
That's
Batman v
stupid.
Superman," which was stupid. Which
stupid.
we didn't give any credence
Marvel
to it.
is
But still,
printing money. They actually own the U.S. Treasury right
That's
now,
right.
and they're just printing their own money. They're not afraid of DC.
that's the new superhero counterfeiter.
Can you,
Counterfeiter, yeah.
can you imagine if the money changed and instead of Lincoln we had Daredevil? That would be awesome. I would never spend
Batman's
anything,
a
though.
five instead of a $5, it's a Batman.
No, Batman's DC. We wouldn't let that happen. How dare
Sorry,
you?
excuse me.
How dare you?
I apologize.
Give me that nerd card back.
You can give me the card.
Now, did I hear from you that last week Kevin Smith got totally He
Oh,
got
yes.
totally cast aside.
Yeah, he
because
did.
of Marvel.
Yeah, because what
Dis-
happened was
Disney's.
he was in Hall H after the Star Wars thing, and J.J. Abrams did the Oprah thing. Everybody, we're going to a concert, and the whole hall emptied out, and Kevin Smith walked out to like, I don't know, a couple thousand people maybe, and it's like, oh, here's yoga hosers. That was it, you know. Wow. So he was a little tweaked by that, but I think he was kind of having fun with it too.
I think he kind of put it out there as like, hey, because usually he was one of the first ones that sold out Hall H all the time. He was one of the big draws 5, 6, 7 years ago, and then they put him traditionally after Marvel. Not as a draw, but that's just the way it's always been.
That's just how it's worked, right?
And so then J.J. Abrams felt bad after he cleared the room and he apologized and tweeted like 20 times, sorry, Kevin Smith, and they actually talked about it, and Kevin's just
you know how
like,
you make it
well.
up to him? You make him Porkins in one of the Star Wars movies.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, perfect.
Give him a
cast
cameo.
right
that would
there,
make it
yeah.
up. He
That makes
care.
it up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't be too mad. He loves
son
Star
of
Wars.
Porky.
You know what? I'm pretty ticked off. So if you want to give me a cameo,
That's right. I mean, if there's a guy who doesn't really have that much of an ego, I think that's Kevin Smith. He's got bravado, but I don't think he's just a nerd.
Yeah.
He's a geek. He just wants
Yeah.
to be part of something. So you throw him a
Oh,
ball
he'd
to give
love
him
that.
Throw him a lightsaber and be like, hey,
yeah,
I think it would be great.
yeah, that's awesome. That would
I
be
mean,
awesome.
look at Samuel Jackson did Mace Windu. He goes, I don't even care if you pay me. Let me hold a lightsaber in a movie, and I will do three episodes. He said that. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
quote.
I know.
So he doesn't care. I mean, those guys want to do stuff.
They
like
need
that,
to do
so.
Did Mace Windu die in the movie? Did we see him die?
Yeah, right
Yeah.
out the window.
Yeah, he got blasted out the
Yeah,
window.
he
Did
gets,
we?
Yeah, he gets killed.
But did we
Ultimate
see him
power.
die?
No, he gets. But he gets.
Well, no.
We didn't see him at the end as a ghost with Ben Kenobi and all that, did
with
we?
Ewoks dancing.
With the Ewoks dancing. So couldn't they do now that he's getting a little older, do an older Mace Windu movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, they could do him and Obi-Wan. I mean, they've aged the same.
Yes.
I mean, what would be wrong with that?
Yes,
Then
Mace
in
Windu and
between-
Obi-Wan. Make it like a Cheech and Chong movie with the two of them. You know, they pull up the lights. They
On
pull up the,
Tatooine.
yeah. They,
Where
hey
are you
man,
going?
I hear there's a wretched height of his scum and villainy over there. Yeah, man, that's awesome. It's Dave, man.
We don't have a writer for things.
It's Dave. Dave's not here, man.
Yes.
The only people that are 800 get that joke. Seth, yeah, Rage gets it. Seth Gordon. He's the one that directed Horrible Bosses. Is Seth Gordon the one from Martha? What's that show?
You know, the one
That-
that was after the thing.
No,
by
no,
the
no.
area.
That TV
I'm
show.
sorry, that
It was
guy.
one season. It was about the high school kids. It had Seth Rogen in it. Freaks and Geeks. Was Seth Gordon in Freaks and Geeks? I think he was. The one who directed Horrible Bosses, I think it was him. He's up to direct Dwayne Johnson
Oh yes, I heard that.
in a Baywatch movie. Okay, first of all, I am down with anything with Dwayne Johnson except possibly a Baywatch movie.
Yeah, I don't
I think I'd go see
those,
Dwayne Johnson in The Golden Girls before I would see a Baywatch movie.
Yeah, that I could watch.
Because that doesn't sound like anything that needs to be relaunched. And you know what? If they make it like a big comedy, like, oh, it's going to be real funny now, it's not.
he directed King
Let me
of
just
Kong.
say that now.
He
Huh?
directed King of Kong.
Did he?
Yeah.
What else did he do? Oh, he directed King Kong. That's a good one.
No,
Well,
the
look,
King-
now
the
he's an
King of
actor.
Kong. The
Yeah,
King of Kong.
Yeah, the
About-
King of Kong. I know.
Identity theft. The identity thief.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh, that's not the guy from the guys from whatever that show is that I already forgot the name of.
Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, they wrote Horrible Bosses, I think, or the one guy did. So it's not the same guy though.
No.
Does it show him as an actor?
I'm looking.
It doesn't matter.
He directed.
Tim Burton. The logo dropped. I'm excited for this one. Tim Burton is directing Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children.
Yeah.
Can't even say it, but that is that book is really cool. I think it's going to be a fun movie. The logo dropped, and it looks like a Tim Burton movie. You look at it like
It does.
that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Kind of like when Series of Unfortunate Events came out, and you're like, that's right.
Yeah.
That looks good.
That was good. Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was a good movie. And you know, there's going to be is it Netflix? A Netflix series.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I didn't
supposed
know
to
that.
go through all the books. So, I mean, that's the way to do it. You get
Yeah, I'm sold on
13
that, yeah.
seasons
Oh, yeah.
of Series of
and
Unfortunate
Netflix could
Events.
just keep going. I mean,
Yeah,
that would be great.
That'd
So,
be great.
That would be.
And those
really
are
good.
complete, so you don't have to be like, oh God, is he going to die before it's done? Game of Thrones.
Yes. Oh, no kidding. The whole thing. So,
Yeah.
did you see the pics? Some of the new pics from X-Men Apocalypse have been out. Some of the characters.
Yeah.
They look okay. I mean,
They look okay. You know what? They're just too well lit right now.
right.
Once they get in the film, then we can really judge. Because that's the problem. When they have them like, this is what they look like. Apocalypse looks terrible. But in the movie, he might end up looking okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Get them glowy and stuff. And
There,
we'll
there was
be
a
all right.
funny thing I saw online, though. Somebody took those pictures and then took cosplayers that had done Apocalypse and somebody else, and they put them side by side, and the cosplayer was like,
great.
That's exactly what Apocalypse is supposed to look like.
There we go.
And it was close. The movie one was close to what it is,
Right.
but it was like, all you had to do is broaden the shoulders and put the mouth thing on him. Because Apocalypse has the apocalypse.
Right.
Yeah.
I just made that up. I don't know what they call them. It has those big lips.
Now,
The
they're
wire mouth,
supposed to, the rumors are that Fox owns both properties, the X-Men and the Fantastic
Yes.
Four.
Yes.
And there have been a lot of rumors about the tie together. That was the other news that broke this week.
Crossover.
Right.
Brian Singer
Hey.
came out and said if they do it, he wants to be involved doing Days of Present Past or something. That storyline that ties the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Uh-oh. We got to know. We got to know. We got my wife not paying attention. We got to know. Yeah. So
Did you get boo? Is that a boo almost?
yeah, it might have been a boo,
Is that a
too.
boo?
It is a boo.
You know what? It's not a boo for me. I like everything, but it might be one of those things that I'm complaining about all the way up to and through it. You know?
Yes.
Because like I've been complaining about Fantastic Four, even though I'm like, some of it looks really good, and then part of me is going, oh no,
Right.
oh no.
Well, if you're,
I
if
heard
you,
Jaden Smith's in Fantastic Four.
No, he's not. Don't even. No, he's
still
supposed to
love
be
everything?
Static Shock on like a cable series. I don't want to see that. Make it
a
stop.
direct to local access show.
He always looks like he's crying too. You know, he's got his eyebrows are like this. Ooh, I'm Static Shock.
He's not the
Man.
only one.
They should cast Urkel.
wait
There's a shout out to Rage.
That would make me cry.
This interview is officially over.
No, now you go. Did I do that? All right, is that it? Did we get everything?
I think we're pretty good. Oh, Orphan Black is up for an Emmy.
Oh, good.
That's really kind of cool. Is that
We got-
a yes?
Yeah, we got
All right.
applause.
Yeah, it's thumbs up. Excellent.
We got applause.
Oh, two.
I mean,
Jenny, I bet you like Orphan Black. She's not
Jenny,
paying attention.
Paying it. Hey, stalker Jenny.
Yep.
Anyone?
Whatever.
No, that's good. Also, they're doing a reunion at a London Comic Con of Back to the Future cast, and basically the big takeaway was Michael J. Fox didn't like getting in and out of the DeLorean because it
Right.
was a pain in the butt. So,
Yeah.
speaking of, like, I want to say movies that could never be made now because they could never make that movie now the way they made it with
Right.
the Libyans. I mean, they
Yeah, no.
30 years later they can't.
Well,
get away
they've
with
said
it,
they're not going to relaunch it because what's his name owns it, and he said the one Zemeckis owns it.
yeah.
He owns the property. He's like,
He said, "What over my dead body?"
yeah,
I think is what he said.
literally, I will be buried in the ground before they can get that property.
And I applaud him for that.
So good for him.
Yes.
Although I love Back to the Future, they don't need to do it.
Oh, no.
You know, you get excited, you think, oh, it'd be cool. No. Bill and Ted's, they're doing a third one. They don't really need to.
No. Well, back in the time, it was I don't want to say semi-relevant, but there was kind of a void. If they did that, what would all the Doctor Who people think if they did Bill and Ted's? It's like, okay.
Well, they are
what-
doing Bill and Ted's.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, it'd be,
Yeah, right,
what's the
right.
response going to be? It's like, well, we've seen that, and we've seen it in a much better format. So
Well, and George
why do
Carlin's
we
dead,
need-
so that takes a big
Yeah, they're
chunk out of it.
messing
Although they could get like Lewis Black to play that character. See?
That would be great. So
Chuck DeNovelos is my gym teacher. See, I did a little Lewis Black there.
that was actually pretty good. So
It was not good, but thank you.
Did anybody see Minions?
No.
Take the kid.
Yeah.
Minions.
You saw it. Well, you got all the kids. You got 40 kids.
Oh.
Hey,
Saw
all you
Minions.
kids, did you like it? Yeah.
It was great, wasn't it? Although all
Is
the
Kevin
kids,
your favorite? Iffy.
iffy.
Iffy. All right. I think it looks cool. Did you like it?
It ran a little long. but
Oh, it did.
And it's only 14 minutes long,
No,
so that's
it
rough.
Is. It clocks in at 61 minutes. And you know what? The part of the problem is it's a kid's movie, but they set it kind of in the 60s, so all the music is 60s. And there were kids sitting by me, and they're going, "What's this music?"
Oh, you saw it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I enjoyed it.
You don't go to animated movies.
I don't go. My wife goes to animated movies, so I go.
Oh, all right.
Yes, I do not go to animated.
I can't believe you
He's
didn't go to
right.
Ant-Man.
It had a good soundtrack for us.
Yes. No, didn't you? I mean, there were kids that are like, and it was kind of an adult animated movie. It wasn't. I mean, the kids, it was cute,
theme.
but there was a lot of adult themes in it. I was like, whoa.
A lot of the references to things in the 60s, like Orlando, Florida in the 60s before
Yeah.
Disney and things like that.
Yeah,
So they go
Lots of
to
movement.
Villain Con. It's in Orlando before Disney.
Right.
It's like it is. It's like
All swamp.
it's a swamp at like a gas station. They pull or was it a drive-in theater? And they say it was kind of cute. So
All right.
hey, sound effects.
Yeah, we
it's
got
our
it.
first sound effect drop in there. We
Yeah,
go.
nice. All right, I'm ending it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for listening to us babble for so long. That was it for This Week in Geek. Thank you, Meerkat. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Google+. Thank you, audience. Thank you. Oh, wait, there is one more story. Did anybody watch the news this week and see the clown that went into the cemetery? Okay.
Jacob did.
Okay, so here's what happens, and I'm going to encourage everybody to look this up because it deserves to be mentioned on this show. So this woman and her husband are driving along. They're by Rosewood Cemetery at night. They see somebody in yellow kind of walk by. They're like, that's weird. They pull over. They see him climb the 8-foot fence, and they realize he is dressed like a clown. They go up, and they're like, this is weird. He goes into the cemetery. They caught it on their camera, on their phone, and he's just like turns around and waves at them, and then all of a sudden goes like, and runs. And he's gone. And like the cemetery is like, what the? They had no idea this was going on. They're like, what is this guy doing in the cemetery at night? And there was no evidence of anything. And then on the report, they had all these like videos of people doing this around the country. What is wrong with people dressing up like clowns going into cemeteries?
That's creepy.
So I encourage everybody to watch it and to send Martha pictures of clowns because she is terrified. Her friend immediately sent her pictures like a clown in this weird hovel saying free hugs. And she's like, no. And then there was one of an even scarier clown under her bed. She's like, stop. Clown in the cemetery, ladies and gentlemen.
Clown in the cemetery.
Clown, so.
I had to bring that one up. That happened in Geek this week.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's it. Thank you, Blue Box.
Thank you.
We are done. We'll be back with more shows in a minute.